It's The Drive on The Fan.
It is a Football Friday, everybody. Welcome into the Findlay Hyundai Studios for The Drive. First Football Friday of the year, all fired up. Devin, Dixon, Paul Ratliff, Tara Atkin. Football Friday! Oh, it just sounds so good
Feels
to say
good,
it.
yeah.
It is back here on the Fan Sports Network. We are football heavy here on a just a little bit overcast. We got a ton of rain overnight, making a mess of things. Man, what is the Fort Pierce wash was like a river last night.
Yeah.
Over through Little Valley and kind of where they're building. I think it's a new lens over here as you drop, out on River Road. It was absolutely crazy. So be careful. I guess if you're going north, there's some cell phone interruptions. If you're driving towards Cedar City, we've been told. So just absolutely one of those summer monsoons that hit last night, and we need the rain. I don't know how much we need the rain all at once.
Yeah.
It just washes away into the desert, but a small, steady rain would have been a little bit better. But we are fired up nonetheless to be in studio with you. I wanted to lead with shout out Cedar Reds. They got their season started.
Yeah, how about those fellas?
Yes, last night, KSLSports.com, they win by 10 over Wasatch, one of the season opening games.
Now 14 in a row for Cedar.
Yes.
Yeah. Good for those boys.
Undefeated last year, and they keep it going. They scored 14 points in that second quarter. And Jackson Mann, we had Coach Ty Hyatt say, hey, it's going to be Jackson Mann that's going to get the nod as the starting quarterback. He's the senior. They got Everett Kelling's little brother that's a junior that was kind of fighting tooth and nail for that starting quarterback job, according to Ty Hyatt when he joined us back on Wednesday here on The Drive. And Jackson Mann, 7-yard touchdown, first points of the year on his arm. Then he threw an 80-yarder to Cody Stevenson, so got the deep ball. And then another 30-yarder to Hunter Burgess. And then Hunter Burgess for a second touchdown from 67 yards. So pretty good debut. An 80, a 67, a 10, and a 7-yard touchdown. Not one, not two, not three. 4 touchdowns.
Back them up.
For the defending state Cedar Reds starting quarterback making his debut. That's an impressive debut.
It is. Very good debut.
4 touchdowns for Jackson Mann. Remember the name. Big shoes to fill for him. Coach even said, hey, big shoes to fill. He's different than Everett Kelling was. Obviously, first ever state championship in school history. So Kelling's going to be forever beloved as the starting quarterback. But doing his best to move into the next phase of Cedar football was Jackson Mann last night.
Yeah.
And Cedar wins 29-19. 29-19.
Yeah, good win.
Over Wasatch. It'll be interesting to see how, good Wasatch ends up being. They've been good over the years, but the new Deer Creek High School kind of split things up. We've seen that with the growth in Southern Utah. They're seeing that with that growth up there in the Park City area. And so I'm not sure if they'll be as good as they normally are. So wanted to lead with that. If you're waking up in Cedar City this morning, you probably watch it on KSLSports.com.
Yeah.
You're probably really happy after one non-region game, with the way Coach Ty Hyatt and the Cedar Reds went on the road and got a dub.
Yeah, that's a big win. Start the season off hot, get the streak continued to 14, like I said, and a lot of replacements, a lot of graduates for the Reds, and they're replacing a senior-laden lineup. A lot of the receiving corps, Slade Parsons and co., have all graduated, so it's a whole new cast of characters, and great for them to start off 1-0.
Yeah. The other game last night, Stansbury Skyline. Stansbury wins it 14-10. Stansbury was down 10-0 the whole game, deep into the third quarter. It was 10-0. It was a defensive slugfest. And then all of a sudden, late in the third, scored a touchdown, added another one in the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
It was about 7 minutes left, and Stansbury goes and beats Skyland in the season opener in that other game that kind of kicked off the slate for tonight. We have all 6 of our Region 9 teams in action tonight, and we've got a doubleheader simulcast tonight. We've got Crimson Cliffs. Big test tonight against Lone Peak, huh, Paulie?
Yes.
Lone
Very
Peak
good team.
got a transfer from Rancho Cucamonga that's really, really good. They've got very talented defense every year. Ryan Denny, former BYU Cougar, is the defensive coordinator up there.
Yeah.
And so this is a team that's played in the state championship in 6A the last 2 years.
Yes.
They've lost to Corner Canyon, but they got to the game.
They probably lost their 2 best skill players, too, that are coming back or leaving from last year's team. So that should help Crimson as well. But I think it is a very tough, stiff opponent to start the season,
to say the least. We're going to get into predicting the line, Nolan Perry's Power Guide. Paulie will bring back Guess the Line from Nolan Perry on some of our...
Need a little more grace in the early season, as we don't know much about these teams yet. So instead of 3 points, give me like 5, 6, maybe.
The interesting thing is I look at the power ratings and I compare the Region 9 teams. Where are they starting the season in the power ratings? A lot of the top predicted 4 Region 9 teams are all within, the high 80s of each other. And so if you just look at that and you buy in what Nolan Perry's rating system has done for years and years, it's been pretty fun. It's something to go by. It's been fairly accurate, if not really accurate for the high school level.
Yeah.
His debut ratings, I will say this, Region 9 should be very tightly contested this year based on those ratings.
All right. I like the sound of that.
So, Hurricane, Snow Canyon, Desert Hills, and Crimson, all, in the 80s to high 80s. They're all right there about the same power rating, give or take a few points, which tells me in a given night, anything can happen.
I agree.
Lone Peak at Crimson, that's the game we'll have for you. Pregame will start 6:30 here on the Fan Sports Network. Live stream will also start right there at 6:30 tonight from the Cliffs. And then the other game we'll be bringing you can watch this game as well. Links will be on our website, on our YouTube page. We're sending the streams up to KSLSports.com. That'll be, I think, a good one. Spanish Fork at Snow Canyon. Paulie, I know you've been getting ready for this game. You'll be on the broadcast. Terry, you'll be over there with Paulie and Caden as well.
Yeah.
And, I had the privilege to have lunch 2 weeks in a row with Parker Olson, the quarterback of Snow Canyon. Saw him on Wednesday. What I didn't realize, we were hanging out with some of the student class presidents and the what do they call it, student council, student government.
Yeah.
And in walks Parker Olson. I'm like, what are you doing here? He's like, oh, I'm the class president. I'm the school president.
Oh wow!
Guess who is the senior? Guess who was with him? His big target wide receiver, Isaiah Thompson.
Yeah, there we go.
He's the senior class president. So not only you got the starting quarterback and receiver, but they're giving back to their schools and very involved, and their peers voted them in as student government.
Speaks to how good a character those guys are.
Yeah. So we are off and running. Of course, everybody getting it going. A lot of our teams are on the road. Dixie's on the road up at Ridgefield.
Traveling to Mesquite tonight.
They're going down to Skeet to play the Bulldogs.
Virgin Valley.
Yep. Everybody's excited to see what this team is. This a special year in the making for the Hurricane Tigers. This is the year they're really truly back and can win the Region 9 title. They haven't done that since Chris Homer was the coach back in 2010, 11.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Yeah, it's been over a decade. Decade plus.
Yeah.
Pineview's on the road. D Hills is on the road. Up at Hillcrest. Hillcrest is not very good. They're kind of one of the worst teams. So I'm interested to see if they've improved a little bit. But that'll be the first game. And for Snow Canyon Desert Hills, it's going to be interesting because they're breaking in a new coaching staff, right? Brand new first year head coaches. I think there's 29 head coaches. There's a lot of new coaches in 4A specifically. This year. So going to be fun. One of the other big stories is we're kind of getting you what's going on around the water cooler on a Friday morning is Jaden Daniels is in the news cycle, Paulie.
Yeah.
I'm very curious your take on Jaden Daniels because he's kind of getting just maybe a little big for his britches.
Yeah.
I mean, show some humility here, Jaden. He's
all right.
Won the Heisman from LSU. He's sitting in cease and desist because a player is wearing his old college football number.
A lot of people not reading all the facts here. Mike Garofalo, who is a very credible reporter, I follow a lot of his content. There's nothing, he says, in the letter about LSU using the number 5 jersey. There's no legal claim to the number itself. The communication is solely about Jaden Daniels' NIL, name, image, likeness. So this 5 kid who's wearing it is probably not nearly going to have a season that Jaden had, a Heisman year. And I would be a little disrespected too if I was Jaden Daniels. If some random nubber just wears number 5, because he won a Heisman, had one of the greatest seasons in LSU history.
Then
wearing number 5.
Then LSU needs to retire his number. LSU needs to retire his number.
Well, retiring numbers is always a tough thing.
Yeah, it takes some time.
And you shouldn't have a kid a couple years after Jaden graduated wear number 5.
Does Jaden
I don't think it matters. He's being a baby.
Does Jaden Daniels understand that there's a lot of teams that have 120 kids, and a lot of guys have to wear an offensive number 5 and then a defensive number 5?
Another number.
No.
Yeah, well, there's only 99 numbers.
All right. Well,
okay.
fine. Don't use 5.
You have hundreds of players.
That's right.
Tell me how many total LSU players are on the roster right now and how many duplicate their numbers there are. Jaden's got to understand that. I think he's been a little bit of a baby.
He's been a big baby.
All right. You both are on the baby side. But at the same time, again, are you disputing the season he had for LSU?
No, but that doesn't mean, like, if they held him in such high esteem, they would have retired his number. But obviously, they don't care. So get over it. Somebody else can wear your number.
DJ Pickett.
And that's what's hilarious. Is
His
everybody
statement, I have been
it.
locked in on training camp, and that's been my number one focus. I have a lot of gratitude for my time at LSU, and I'm proud of what my teammates and I accomplished there.
So then what's up with the cease and desist?
Obviously, there are issues to be worked out between my team and LSU. My hope is that it will get done privately. My sole focus is on Commanders football. I realize the business of football is unique, and I trust that this can all be resolved.
Yeah, start focusing more on the Commanders.
Do we feel
and not getting hurt again?
Paulie, do we feel bad for Jaden Daniels that he's steeply disappointed and oh my goodness, somebody else is wearing his college number?
How dare they?
Like, the little oversensitive reaction here from Jaden Daniels to fire off a cease and desist. Now, maybe he's not bulldogging this, maybe he's not steering this, and but the buck stops with Jaden Daniels on this. He wore the number. He had to okay the attorneys to draft this cease and desist.
Yeah, he did.
Okay, so he's not going to.
But LSU's still profiting off Daniel's name, image, and likeness, and if he doesn't want that anymore, that's his decision. If they want to give the number to some scrub, then that's fine.
Yeah,
but they can't use his name, image, likeness to profit anymore, according to him, and he makes that decision. No one else.
Yeah, and I don't have a problem.
And I don't love all of it. He's fracturing his relationship with the school that brought him fame, and I understand that, but still. If they're going to profit off him and he doesn't want it anymore, that's his decision in this player's era.
Yeah, I mean, Pickett wore 3. Originally, DJ Pickett, wore number 3 last season. It was his first season with the Tigers. He was named Freshman All-American. He had 3 interceptions, 35 tackles.
Okay,
he changed his numbers after his freshman year. He was promised the number 5 jersey when he signed with the school as a top recruit because that's what he wore in high school back in Florida. So this is a number that he had previously.
Who cares?
It's not like he's trying to take Daniel's number. He already previously wore that. I want to point that out.
And he was promised that when he came to LSU.
That's fine.
They should have.
But Jaden did make it clear that he did not want his number given to another player, and he thought his wishes would be respected.
Okay, but if every player did that, there would be no numbers left.
Every player wins the Heisman, though.
Yeah.
It's a different conversation.
Yeah.
Well,
not every player. There's only one Heisman winner every year.
I know. Oh, really?
Yeah.
This is brand new information.
Just making sure you know, because you're obviously throwing Jaden under the bus, and I'm here to defend him.
It's an interesting debate, and I'm kind of wondering why Jaden is not focused on the Commanders season right now.
Exactly.
He's saying
especially after the
is.
season he had last year.
Sure, easy to dodge the question. I'm solely focused on Washington Commander football. Oh, by the way, I've been drafting the cease and desist, so that's a lie.
Yeah,
His lawyers are drafting the season.
Yeah.
But
I'm
he's
not
involved.
saying
He's involved.
He gave the okay. He didn't draft any cease and desist.
He's got his feelings hurt that they gave number 5 to another player.
Yes.
He's got his feelings hurt.
He doesn't like it.
But did he really have to go to the cease and desist? I mean, I guess damage done when they let Pickett have number 5.
Yeah.
So you think they should have not given? I mean, sometimes as a coach, you're using a recruiting tool, and he wore 5 in his high school days, and when he signs, he's like, "Hey, can I have number 5?" And the first year, they're like, "Sorry, that's Jaden Daniels." But now year 2, you had a pretty good season. Okay, you can have that number. I mean, somebody had to sign off on that.
How many Seahawks have worn 80?
Number 80?
Largents, 80.
Well, it's retired.
It's
in the Ring of
officially
Honor.
retired. Officially.
Yeah.
Is it officially retired? Because Joe Theismann's number 7, is not officially retired by the Redskins, but no one's worn it. So, like, there are unofficially retired numbers as well where you just don't take that number. You don't take number 5 at LSU unless you plan on winning the Heisman. So unless this Pickett has 10 interceptions and runs 3 of them back and he's a Charles Woodson, he shouldn't be wearing number 5. Stick to number 3.
I think Jerry Rice had that brief stint with the Seahawks, and I think he wore number 80.
Okay,
and I think he got Steve to okay
All
that,
right.
maybe.
That's fine.
Does that ring a bell?
That sounds right. I remember Rice wearing 80 for the Seahawks.
People forget Jerry Rice bounced around a little bit in the latter stages of his career.
I forgot about his stint for a second there, but there are certain numbers that are unofficially retired, that are not retired by the organization officially. So
clearly, number 5 is not one of those. It didn't fall under that category either.
Now, Paulie, I do understand what you're saying, though, that Jaden made it clear he didn't want his number given to another player.
Yeah.
And I'm sure Jaden thought, hey, I had an agreement, or at least a verbal agreement with LSU brass that this would not happen. And obviously now it has. And
now it's a terrible look for him because everyone's just crushing him. All the memes on the internet,
of
and
course.
5 gum changing to 4, and 5 guys now 4 guys in honor of
StubHub
Jaden
will
Daniels.
only sell tickets with 4 or 6 plus. It will no longer be selling 5.
Yeah,
they're getting their
to
digs
honor
in.
Daniels,
and all this just bodes
which
into
he deserves because this is ridiculous.
Yeah, it's if you send a cease and desist and your feelings are hurt that somebody else is wearing your number, you're going to take heat.
Yeah,
you're going to take shrapnel. You asked for it.
He did ask for it, but I'm here to defend him.
The defense can only go so far. He kind of seems like he's being a baby.
yeah.
Like, it's hard to defend somebody. I mean, like, people were 5 before you.
Yeah.
Like, it's not like that number is so synonymous. Everybody in the world thinks the most famous number 5 is Jaden Daniels.
Yeah, seriously.
Like, that's kind of how he's acting,
And like
throwing
the
his
people
weight around.
that say that Jaden's season wasn't close to Joe Burrow's. Joe Burrow in his Heisman Trophy winning season, national title, whatever, 4,253 yards. Jaden Daniels, 4,591. Touchdowns responsible for Joe Burrow, 44. Jaden Daniels, 46. Turnovers, Burrow, 7. Daniels, 5. QBR, Joe Burrow, 93. Daniels, 95. So he was better in every statistical category that season. They just didn't win the national championship. But his individual effort was better than anybody in the country that year. And I think the 5 should be protected.
You think the 5 should be retired?
How about we all have a 5-second moment of silence for Jaden Daniels real quick?
I won't honor that because it is making fun of him. So I won't honor your moment of silence. I'll talk through it.
Look, he spent 3 years at Arizona State playing for Herm Edwards.
Yeah.
Like, he did have a monster 2 seasons there once he transferred to LSU. I'm not going to take away from his collegiate career. And look, I can somewhat understand why he's upset, but to go all the way to the cease and desist, you had to know you were going to take
you, Pat Amico.
Yeah. I mean, number 5 is his identity at LSU. He won the Heisman. It was a great season.
Haters.
Yeah.
Haters.
Like if
Let's look at their NFL careers. Let's compare Burrow and Daniels.
LSU doesn't
NFL careers.
Rookie of the year, an NFC Championship appearance. He's pretty good. He's pretty damn good.
Really?
Yeah.
But he is good. But LSU doesn't owe him the number 5 forever. Like, I don't think.
Yeah. But you don't give it to some cornerback that comes in and might transfer out in a year. You never know. I mean, he wore 3 last year. Why couldn't he just wear 3 again?
Yeah, transfer like Jaden did from ASU to LSU.
I knew you were going there. But,
still,
I'm talking about the legacy on the field.
Transfers can't carry any weight anymore. There's no loyalty left. The 5 for 5 is going to change that a little bit, I hope.
I hope so, too.
Like,
but
if LSU...
Daniels won the Heisman.
Okay,
do you
Paulie,
understand how significant that award is?
And it's been watered down, but it's a Heisman Trophy. I see your point. But if LSU had told him, Jaden, number 5 will never be worn again, then that's different. But they didn't tell him that. So he's getting...
They didn't even unofficially retire it.
Well, you
So
don't know if they did that.
Neither do you. But
I don't.
but they clearly didn't. It's a clear sign that they didn't even unofficially
But
retire
it's not
it
even
if they're
about
giving
the
it to 'em.
5. It's not even about the 5. Garofalo's saying there's no legal claim to the number.
Right.
The
But that's
communication
why
is
he's
solely
got the
about his
cease and desist.
NIL.
But that's what
They're
caused
still
it.
selling Jaden Daniels number 5 jerseys in LSU, making money.
They're still profiting. So LSU
So
has...
he's saying no more. You want to give my number to some nubber, then do it. But you're going to lose the NIL from me.
Yeah. But I mean,
Fight fire with fire.
But to your point earlier is... What's going on with 9? I don't know. Is 9 retired? Is anybody worn 9?
Is, I think, officially retired by LSU.
Okay, so why would they do that for Joe but not do that for Jaden? Like
Joe won a national championship. That's the only thing that separates them. Because
Like,
their
But
numbers...
that's huge. Do you know how many people win a national championship every year, Polly?
Yeah.
Only one.
Only one.
I don't think it's crazy that LSU has said we're not retiring number 5. We promised it to another player. I mean,
Yeah.
that's a defendable position. You can, you know what? This kid really wanted it. It was a recruiting tool.
Number 9 is not officially retired. Never mind. I am sorry. I thought it
Okay,
was.
so they have not, all of a sudden.
But nobody's
changed
worn
course.
it since he left.
Yeah.
I rest my case.
Rest your case.
I
You
rest my
lost your
case.
case.
Yeah. I think winning the national championship's bigger
Like,
than the
think of-
Heisman.
think about
That's
it.
like an individual award. It's not a team award. For your team to actually go and win a natty, that's huge.
It kind of shows me a little bit of the arrogance of Jaden Daniels, the cockiness. And I want my quarterbacks to be very confident, right? They need to have an ego.
Yeah.
But fighting over an old college jersey number, that's not where I would want the story to be if I'm Jaden Daniels right now. And
I
that's
never
where the
said it was the
story
greatest look, but I'm going to defend my guy.
That's fine. It's barely defendable. You're hanging on to like life support right now.
Right? Yeah.
I mean, like,
Bring out the paddles. I need the paddles.
That's
ready.
not even going to help at this point.
I mean, why is DJ Pickett insistent on wearing 5? He could have probably handled this better and said, you know what?
Yeah, I think we got him. Don't we have a video of him talking about the number?
Yeah.
Pickett?
And
What is he saying?
I don't
have
remember.
not seen this clip.
I don't even know what his rationalization for wearing 5 would be, but let's take a listen to what he has to say on the number 5 controversy.
About the number situation, I wore the number my whole life since I was 4 years old. It's a number I was promised. I wish Jaden the best. Good player. He did real good here, so that's all.
Good player?
yeah.
Good player.
Good player?
Yeah, better than you, brother.
Good player? Wish him nothing but the best? Yeah, that's a little arrogant on his part, too.
Yeah. He's
I
a 5-star
think
recruit.
he's
Probably
kind
a
of
big-headed
been.
guy.
I think he's been blindsided though, because obviously he was promised that number, and so he wears it this year. All of a sudden, Jaden's throwing a stink and sending cease and desist, and needs his diaper changed.
I mean,
And so he's probably just kind of like, "Holy crap! Like I didn't know this was going to be that big of a deal."
Yeah.
LSU promised me the number. Like I didn't know.
Lane
So,
Kiffin promised him the number.
yeah.
like there
He's
isn't-
worn it his whole life.
I think what Paul's trying to do is say there's a difference between Jaden Daniels saying, I own number 5, I'm entitled to number 5, and I don't want LSU using my name, image, and likeness to promote number 5.
Yeah, if you're going to give it to
That's
someone
fine.
else, then cut it off. Cut
That's-
off the
that-
Jaden Daniels gravy train.
That's the more understandable, defendable stance.
Yeah, I think it was taken out of context by a lot of people.
Oh, everything is nowadays.
But like when you look at the actual statement from the lawyer, nothing says that no one can wear 5. He just says if you're going to do that, then we're going to take away the NIL for Jaden Daniels.
What are big time boosters and donors that really appreciate Jaden Daniels and won all those games and
I
won the
said he's
Heisman?
fracturing his relationship with everyone in Baton Rouge.
Yeah.
and he probably
Should let DJ Pickett wear number 5.
Probably.
Probably.
But it's the
that
cat's out of
number-
the bag now, so you gotta fight. Gotta fight.
I mean, it's just a number. It's just a number. It doesn't belong to him forever because he wore it. I'm sorry. Yeah. We're off and running. Interesting debate.
Yes.
Paulie, well done. Well done. You tried to defend your boy best you could.
Thank you.
He was a monster at LSU. He threw for 6,725 yards and 57 touchdowns to only 7 interceptions. Then he rushed for 2,000 more yards. Okay. So
He's electric. A human highlight reel.
Yeah. But this is a little petty.
Yeah.
It's the Drive on a Football Friday. We will take a time out and we will be right back. We got a loaded show today. Hope you can stick around all morning long.
Welcome back to The Drive on The Fan.
Hey, you guys, we are back. What's happening in Southern Utah? Oh, my goodness. It's the first Friday of the high school football season, and we are fired up. I'm fired up. Paulie's fired up. TA's fired up. We were fired up to be at fall camp yesterday. That was a lot of fun yesterday. I hope you caught the show yesterday. If not, I think we got that link up, and we got the show podcasted. We had a ton of guests stop by the show yesterday.
Yeah, it was a very lively show.
We had Camelia Hafoka, head coach of the volleyball team at Utah Tech. We had Johnny Broadhead, the men's soccer coach. We had the football coach, Lance Anderson. We had Ken Beezer stop by the show. And then we got to talk with Archie Therafall, Jacob Serrati, Jaquio Mitchell.
Yeah.
I mean, we had a ton of great guests stop by. Kona Crowell stopped by for a couple comments as well right before they got out on the practice field yesterday. And here we go into a Friday night under the lights. Again, 2 games broadcast tonight. If you can't make the game, you can watch in the comfort of your own home. And we will have Snow Canyon Spanish Fork, and we will have Crimson hosting Lone Peak. Those will be the 2 games we'll bring you on the Fan Sports Network stream, KSLSports.com. We'll start with Lone Peak Crimson on the radio. As long as that game stays close all night long, we'll keep it with you. If the Snow Canyon game you can see in sport gets tight in the second half, we could bounce around and switch gears a little bit. We'll just have to see how the games unfold. Paulie, one of my favorite segments we did last year was Paulie guessing the Perry's Power Guide power ratings, which create a differential. He rates the school. He's got a formula. He's been doing this for years and years and years. James Edward, who's been with the Des News forever, does kind of his picks as well. The kind of on the right hand column. If you go to the Deseret.com sports section under high school sports, you'll see who he's picking.
Edward's Edge. I always like his stuff as well.
Yeah, and he had Cedar City winning by 10.6 last night for the record. Cedar was a 79.7. Wasatch's power rating was 69.1. That's 10.6. It was 29-19. He missed. He was 0.6 off of a prediction in the first game of the year. That's pretty good.
That is pretty good.
Yeah.
Pretty good stuff. He had Stansbury by 10, they won by 4 last night, 14-10. Just to kind of give you a little bit of a feel for how he did in the couple games that opened across the state last night. All right, you ready to guess? Now, do you want to play along, TA, or have you seen these?
I'm looking at them.
Okay. So Paulie never looks.
I can make an educated guess if you want.
Paulie never looks at these, and we got to give him a little grace period because it is week 1. We have no sample size, new move-ins. We haven't seen them. New starters, we haven't seen them yet. So week 1 is a little bit difficult. We get that. Yeah. Let's go with the game that I will be at, and that is our friends at Crimson Cliffs taking on the Knights. They are the Knights from Lone Peak. They played in the 6A state championship last year.
Yes.
So you could imagine they are coming down here with a win on their mind. They played last year as well. What do you think the power rating differential is in this game, Lone Peak at Crimson Cliffs?
Man, this game got away last year, but I think it's going to be closer this year. I mean, this was an 8-5 team a year ago, Lone Peak, that made a nice playoff run. I will say it's going to be 28 for Lone Peak, though.
You are too low. Ooh. It is 43.3.
Expecting a
Lone Peak has reloaded. They've got Haas's. They've got a transfer that's going to the U that want to get acclimated. So he moved out to play for Lone Peak. He's a wide receiver, DB, that's going to be at the U next year.
I got to hope it's not that bad.
We had Trevor Allen on Wednesday talking about the kid from Rancho Cucamonga. That's a playmaker. He said he's electric. Sykes. I think his last name was Sykes, if I'm not mistaken. So you'll be hearing the Sykes name probably quite a bit in the broadcast tonight. 132 to 89 is the power rating in that game.
Top 3 receivers are gone. Top 2 running backs are gone. So it is kind of a reload for Lone Peak offensively. So gotta hope Crimson hangs better than 43 points.
Yeah, I mean, Crimson has Tonawai and Ulave, and they've lost everybody too. You got to remember that.
Yeah.
They have completely inexperienced. They're going to be starting some young guys too.
Yeah.
They're going to be starting some
But
sophomores.
it's the same dynamic for Lone Peak.
Even-
They're replacing
But they
most
have
of their
bigger
offensive
recruits.
production.
Now, Crimson's going to start, I think, a true freshman at running back tonight. I mean, a freshman at the back position because Cade Shaw is hurt out for the season and not able to play, from what I understand. That's the word I'm getting the last couple of weeks. All right, let's go to Desert Hills on the road at Hillcrest. Hillcrest has kind of been one of the bottom feeders in high school football for quite some time right now. Guess the power rating differential, Desert Hills at Hillcrest.
Yeah, this is going to be probably favoring Desert Hills by a good margin. Coming off a rough year last year, but I assume with the reloaded transfer roster and a lot of the incumbents that stayed from last year on defense, which their defense really wasn't the problem last year. I'm going to go Desert Hills by 21.
A little low again. They're actually favored by more than Lone Peak's favored over Crimson. 47.1. Hillcrest is tower rating is one of the worst I've ever seen at 26.6. Desert Hills is only 73.7, which is lower compared to, we just talked about Crimson. Their power rating was 89. Desert Hills coming off their worst season in school history. They only won 2 games last year. They were 2-10.
Yeah.
But Carl Frankie is back. Tanner Baldery's the head coach now. Coach Frankie won 2 state championships. What was it, 2013 and 16, if I'm not mistaken, off the top of my head. And obviously they've got Deacon Version in this now, their quarterback. They've got a really good running back in Seth Brown. They've moved Isaac Andresen to like a wide receiver. They got Tag Britton, who's got a sophomore that's got some really good speed at wide receiver.
I think they got some good pieces.
Yeah.
I just didn't expect that big of a margin.
Yeah,
Week 1.
big number. I tried to kind of give you a hint. Hillcrest has been the bottom feeder of football in the state of Utah for a while. So Nolan Perry has this one heavy on the favor of Desert Hills. Let's go down to H-Town.
Yeah.
They're going down to Skeet to take on Virgin Valley, the Bulldogs, and probably guess the power rating differential.
All right, it was 27-0 last year. Hurricanes replacing a lot of players, but I still think that the talent will be there for this team, the athleticism, the toughness that always comes with Cowan's teams. I'm going to go Hurricane by 35.
Ooh.
Okay.
Now you're over.
You're a little high, but a good guess. 25, basically.
All right.
I'm going to round up. Hurricane, 84.4. Virgin Valley, 59.8. That's a differential of basically 25.
All right.
So not a bad guess there on the road. They're expecting a similar outcome to last year, basically.
I would assume, but still a lot of new pieces. So, you never know how the first game of the year goes.
Fair. But I think a lot of people don't differ that this could be a special year for Hurricane
A
football.
lot of people feel like they've upgraded even at some key positions that were very good last year.
The one question mark I have is how good can Cowan throw the football? We know he can run it. We know he's a really good safety.
Yeah.
I have not seen his arm, and nobody's really seen his arm in a live high school football game.
Yes.
And we know Hurricane do a lot of damage on the ground, but but do you have that throwing threat? How strong is his arm? That's what I'm really curious about, because they could be a complete football team if he throws it well.
Gabriel was a good quarterback, but he didn't have a cannon.
Sure.
No.
I mean, he had a kind of an average to above average arm. You know, if Cowan can sling it, I mean, that's a huge variable that we don't even know about.
Yeah, and I don't know. I wonder if they're kind of trying to keep that under wrap, because even at the scrimmage that I went to, he wasn't throwing a deep ball, but he was making really great, the short passes and, screens and stuff like that. So who knows, though?
Yeah, his reads, I think, are going to be good, but
His reads will be good, yeah.
His arm strength is still something to be determined.
That we haven't seen yet, but
Yeah. So I'll go 35 there. It was 25.
they could be sandbagging that.
They could be.
Watch him come out and just...
Oh, yeah. I mean, they could. It's like preseason football in the NFL. Like, you don't show your best plays, your best stuff. You wait until the regular season. So scrimmages, preseason practices, what you saw is probably not indicative of what we'll see tonight. I think we're going to see some fireworks. I got Hurricane by 35.
Okay. All right, good stuff there. The Tigers start their season down in Skeet. That's going to be a 1 hour later start than the rest of the games, and we'll see if we're still on the air when that one goes final. But a lot of people, there's a buzz around the east side in H-Town, and unanimous in the coaches poll with the Des News. Some coaches switched their votes in our media coaches poll combined, and they were picked 1 point out of second place down to third, which was a little bit of a surprise to say the very least. Compared to where that first poll the coaches had voted in. So, and look, I shared my vote with you. Paul, you shared your vote with our listeners back when we did Media Day. We both had Crimson. They've won 17 straight games, and until somebody beats them, I still feel like they should be favored, even though they do lose pretty much every starter to graduation last year, and some good ones to say the least. But they have another huge senior class. They just don't have a lot of experience, and it'll be interesting to see how those two teams compare. All right, let's go to the next one. Let's see, which game do I want to highlight next? Let's go. We got Pineview on the road. We got Dixie on the road, and then we got Snow Canyon at home. Those are the games we got. Let's go to Snow Canyon. We'll have Snow Canyon on the airwaves tonight. Snow Canyon. Coach T and the guys ready to go. They have 7 home games this year, including the opener tonight. Spanish Fork, just 2 years ago, we saw Crimson win that 57-55 unbelievable state championship, that comeback for the ages. Not a little down last year with all those great seniors they lost from that state championship appearance. Have they reloaded a little bit? Guess the power rating differential for Snow Canyon Spanish Fork.
Okay, Spanish Fork 4-8 a year ago. Kind of a tough year for the Dons. Oh, Snow Canyon returning a lot of talent. I feel like this should be at least 10 for Snow Canyon.
Okay. I mean, pretty good guess.
That was a good guess.
Tight line, 6.
Ooh, 6.
Snow Canyon 85, the power rating. Spanish Fork 79.2. So basically, if you round up, they're 6-point home favorites against the Dons.
Okay, I would expect a little higher on that.
Yeah,
but we'll see tonight.
Yeah, I mean,
we'll be there.
Beathers is a dude. Brody Lounsbury is a dude.
Yeah.
Parker Olson's got experience at quarterback. Isaiah,
got some big offensive linemen I've heard.
Couple kids over 3 bills on that offensive line that have good movement. Brand new offensive coordinator. He helped with the offense, but this is his first season calling plays. That's Cody Johnson. Coach Zach Taudioli is ready to make his debut tonight at home. We'll get the Strove Light show at Snow Canyon Austin tonight. We'll see.
Jungle.
Yep.
Miles Randolph going to be playing a little bit both ways. He's a stud. Should be fun. Snow Canyon favored by 6. We'll have that game for you at one of our broadcasts tonight on the Fan Sports Network. All right, let's go to Paulie, your guess on Dixie, and then we'll get to Pineview. But Dixie is at Richfield. Flyers, Will Lieber, year 2.
Richfield.
Yes.
Yeah, I think they
beat them last year.
One of their few wins from the season ago. Lot of turnover with the Dixie program. A lot of new starters. I will give them it though. I'm going to say Dixie by 3.
Ooh.
Incorrect. Wrong team favored.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. Richfield. I was insinuating Richfield beat them last year.
Yeah.
This was a loss for Dixie.
Okay.
Close loss. It was 24-14.
Yeah.
Last year was the final score.
Okay, so they're favored.
That game.
Yeah. So
All
they've
right.
got Richfield 13.2.
Yep. 66. Dixie's got the lowest Region 9 power rating, 53 to start the season.
All right.
Little ammunition there maybe for Coach Will Lieber with a brand new sophomore quarterback. Mulestein's going to be the guy. They got Ricky Bobby, a wide receiver, and everybody's like, Ricky Bobby,
that's fast.
That's Will Ferrell. No, his name is really Ricky. Everybody calls him Ricky Bobby. They've got some young players. They do have a few seniors with some leadership. It's going to be really interesting. A lot of people have Dixie picked last, so they got to prove some people wrong this year.
Yeah.
They've got some work to do, and now they do go out and bring in Misi Tupe, which I think is an incredible addition to the coaching staff as the defensive coordinator.
Yeah, I like that.
Yep. All right, let's go to Pineview. Coach Haas is back, and after over 20 years, he had to take some time away. And Coach KJ Boyer came in and was running the show. Coach has been battling cancer. It's been pretty well documented that he's got a clean bill of health and he's doing really well. Now he's back roaming the sidelines. He is the only coach out of all the state of Utah that returns to where he coached previously as a head coach. Even with all the change and turnover and new coaches, The only guy that's back at his previous school is Ray Hosner. And obviously, you'd love to see with Coy Doman, the next couple of years, this team get better and better. Now, they did have a small turnout this year.
Yeah.
And reports are they probably won't play a JV season because they just don't have the bodies to do so, which is unfortunate as you're trying to build that program and get numbers and compete for a Region 9 title like Hosner always did for year in, year out, all those years. He's also been kind of known as QBU. I mean, Cody Wilstead and James Lark and Adam Legg back in the day. And even the last couple years, they've had some really good quarterbacks over there.
Yeah.
Croton a couple years ago, and it was Shaw last year. And this has been, historically a really good quarterback. And Coy Doman looks the part. He looks like the real deal. I mean, he went to every big workout, all the different academies, all the 7-on-7s. She's had an unbelievable summer, but they're going to be really young around him. They're going to be starting a lot of freshmen. They're going to have to start some kids both sides of the ball. Yeah. They go on the road up there to Manti.
Yeah, who they handled. Manti scored a ton of points last year, if I remember correctly. That was one of our preseason games that I think I did. Let me just double check that. Manti.
I thought they lost to Manti last year.
Did they lose to Manti? I don't remember that. I thought that they hung a ton of points.
I did not do that game. I think you're right. You did.
I think they hung a ton of points.
It was a shootout, if I remember. I think you're remembering that correctly.
Okay, but
maybe Pineview did outscore them. They had Brock Harrison. It was 51-45. You're right.
51-45.
I had to look it up.
It was a shootout.
Yeah.
Yep, Pineview won that game. You were. Hey, how about that memory coming in clutch for you, Paulie?
It's coming.
Yeah, you misfired on Richfield Dixie, but you nailed Pineview beating Richfield or Manti.
All right. Well, for this one though, Manti, a good 3A team, right? Correct.
Really good 3A team.
Really good 3A team. Pineview, a lot of new starters. I'm gonna go Manti here by 12. 12 points.
Jared's tough on the buzzer. Manti is favored by 14. I would have given him a ding on that. That was really close.
Okay.
You were 2 touchdown underdogs are the Panthers, and it'll be Doman's first ever start. They won't have Kyle Richardson. Coach Osner told us probably till the Logan game is kind of when he's anticipating Kyle back. Mm-hmm. I know they've got some guys, but they just don't have a lot of depth over there at PVHS.
That's right.
So they'll make the trip up there into Templar territory.
Yeah.
Power rating for Manti 78.1, Pineview 63.6.
Okay.
So not bad overall. Week 1,
I need some time.
You'll have better weeks to come.
I need some time. Yeah, I need to get used to the teams and players, and it'll get better.
Yeah. Yep. Canyon View.
Let's hope, because you didn't have one single right answer.
I was within 2 on the last one, and you still buzzed me. I'm like, man, I can't even get a.
I know.
Yeah,
I know. I was like, ouch.
Yeah,
that was your best guess of the day. It still wasn't
less
good
than
enough.
3, and I'm like, okay.
By the way, a couple other ones to note. Canyon View opens the season against Jordan tonight. They're favored in Perry's Power Guide by 22.2 against the Beat Diggers.
Wow.
Juab, who was picked second behind Cedar in that 3A conference. They've got Delta tonight. They're big favorites in that game. It went Cedar, Juab, Richfield in the preseason poll in that 3A division. So we'll see with Dixie playing at Richfield tonight. So, oh, baby, it's good to talk football on a Friday, isn't it? It is back. We're going Friday night under the lights. We got 2 broadcasts for you. We'll have live updates from all of the Region 9 games in our coverage tonight on our YouTube page. Links are up on the fansportsnetwork.com. We'll also shoot it out to KSLsports.com. So lots of ways you can catch. Again, Lone Peak and Crimson Cliffs. That'll be our Boulevard home game of the week. And we'll also be bringing you Snow Canyon hosting Spanish Fork tonight live on the Fan Sports Network. Double the fun on a Friday night as football is back. All right, got to take a break, and we'll wind down hour 1 after this timeout. A message from our great local sponsors.
Welcome back to The Drive on The Fan.
Everybody, it is The Drive on a Football Friday. Devin, Dixon, Paul Ratliff, Tara Atkin. Show today brought to you by Coral Canyon Golf Course. Get on out there and play before the end of the month. Just $80 if you want to go play. You get 18 holes with the cart, with range balls, with lunch, and a drink, all for $80. That's good till the end of August. Also, appreciate Finley Hyundai. They got 0% on the Tucson, the Santa Fe. They got 90 days deferred payments on those two models, so go take a test drive and check out the 58 miles per gallon on cars like the Elantra and the Sonata. They got the getaway sales event, back to school sale going on right now. Go check out all the hot buys or go to the website and see why so many are choosing Finley Hyundai for a new ride. We want to get into a little bit of the preseason football from yesterday. We had a bunch of games. We got a bunch more today and tomorrow in the National Football League.
Yeah.
The two that kind of shined yesterday was Fernando Mendoza, because he was making his debut, and Love. Paulie, what did you quick? I know we'll go deeper in that, but pretty good debuts for Love of the Cardinals and Fernando Mendoza of the Raiders.
Yeah, Love had a nice little jump, like kind of a jump cut where he spun mid-play. It was kind of like, wow, you don't really see that from running backs very often as rookies in their first preseason game. I think Love, we haven't really talked much fantasy, but I might take a flyer on him. You'd have to take him early, but, I mean, you were worried about James Conner and stuff. Love's going to be the guy.
Tyler Algier is in that backfield as well.
Yeah.
But it was nice to have an evening of, even if it was meaningless football, I still enjoyed it. It was good to have multiple games and highlights to watch into the evening. That was kind of comforting that we had football back and multiple games back last night.
Yeah.
But there was a lot of meaning, I would say, for the Las Vegas fans last night, is that they wanted to see the number one pick, and he saw his first NFL action.
Yeah.
And the dude was making the throws. He uncorked a couple really nice throws.
He did. He looked pretty good.
Into tight windows over the middle, threw a touchdown later in the game.
Thread the needle a couple of times.
I thought, I didn't see the whole game, but I saw the highlights, and overall, the highlights looked very sharp, I thought.
Yeah. I was happy. 97 yards, 1 touchdown for, his debut preseason. Didn't play the whole game. So it was good.
I think it's fair to wonder when he will be named the star this year. We know that that's going to happen. I mean, sorry, Kirk Cousins. You looked good on your one drive last night, but people want the number one pick, Mendoza, to be the future, not you, in Las Vegas. And so it's only a matter of time and if and when he gets the nod as the starter there. The other thing that was interesting in the National Football League is the Seahawks signed the troubled Terrion Arnold.
He's got like 8 felonies.
He's got conspiracy and kidnapping, and this whole thing is a mess. We saw in Hard Knocks episode 2 that he came in and worked out. There was a bunch of teams that worked him out. And Seattle must believe his side of the story enough to risk, a little shrapnel, because you're going to take a little
PR
shrapnel,
stuff,
a little PR nightmare.
8 felony charges, including, like you said, kidnapping,
Alleged.
and armed robbery. Alleged, yes.
Not convicted.
Just don't bring your kids to practice. You'll be fine.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Look, I mean, talent is talent, and Seattle was not the only team that worked him out. So I'm really interested to see how this comes along and and where the court battle goes.
That's
All right, hour 1 is in the books. Big hour 2 coming up when we come back.
Welcome back to The Drive on The Fan.
I feel like this is a song to fire you up. I mean, this
Shut
is
up.
an
This
oldie
is
but a
Dixie
goodie.
Flyers, like run out song for the football. I love
Nice.
it. Yeah.
Nice. I love it. I love it. Little
Remember
Phil
the
Collins.
Hangover? Like Mike Tyson.
Oh, she's Tara Atkin. He's Paul Ratliff. Devin Dixon. We are in the Findlay Hyundai Studios. Hour 2. Let's get you a couple of things that are trending. And then to kind of prime the pump and get you ready for the Crimson game, after our top 8, we're going to play the only, I think we have one left, right? Crimson Cliffs is the only one we
No,
haven't.
Snow Canyon.
Oh, Snow Canyon and Crimson. Yeah, maybe we'll do
No,
them.
we played Crimson.
Crimson's gone.
Oh, okay. So we got to go to Snow Canyon.
Yeah.
That's the only
Okay.
one left.
Yeah, which we have their broadcast tonight. So if
yeah.
you missed a brand new coach and hearing from select players, we'll give you a little taste of that. We'll go back to our media day coverage here in just a minute. But let's check what's trending.
It's time.
Yes,
And the only.
the only,
The one and
sports
only.
talk show. We don't feel lonely, do we?
No.
High school football is here. I think that's the number one headline. The season got underway last night. Cedar went up to Wasatch. They're trying to defend the land in 3A. This is probably their last year in 3A. Don't you think when you get dropped down and you go win state, everybody in 3A wants you to go back to 4A?
Probably, yeah.
Cedar fans are like, we got the state title. Let's try to do it again. And they go up to Wasatch, beat the Wasp 29-19, and they had a 4-touchdown performance. He was making his high school debut. Senior Jackson Mann flings an 80-yarder, a 67-yarder, had a 10-yard touchdown pass, as well as a 7-yard touch. Not 1, not 2, not 3, 4 passing touchdowns. Nice to be the man, Jackson Mann, kicking off the season for the Cedar Reds. Good win there for Coach Ty Hyatt. That was a game that I saw bits and pieces of last night on KSLSports.com. Of course, we're still getting BYU camp, Utah State, SUU, Utah Tech. Everybody's getting excited for their favorite college team. Yesterday, Paulie, we learned a little bit about Utah Tech's 3-man quarterback battle, that it is still pretty wide open going into Saturday, tomorrow's final scrimmage of fall camp.
Yeah, it should be interesting to see how that works out as far as with Barbin coming back. He had a lot of reps last year, good and bad. There's a little mix of both, and then you got the unknown with Tiller. I think he's really a really intriguing prospect that could really change the offense. And then you got Deacon Hill, who played some games at Iowa. So, I mean, there's 3 guys, I think, vying for that spot that could realistically take it and run with it. And that's what I hope for. I hope that we have one quarterback that plays all season this year. That'd be my big wish for Utah Tech football.
Yeah. A big wish.
Big wish.
A big wish,
Big
yeah.
wish.
I like that. A big wish.
Yeah, sometimes you get 3 from a genie. Sometimes you get one big one. And
Just
my
one
one
big
big
one.
wish would be that they don't play 2 quarterbacks every game.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Preseason football, Bengals beat the Lions 16-14. Steelers beat the Packers 28-9. Drew Aller looked pretty good, 153 yards and 2 touchdowns for the Steelers. Patriots and Colts, it's preseason. That game ended in a 13-13 tie. Yay. Anthony Richardson, though, 145 yards on 11 out of 14 passing. Did throw an interception in that game. Gardner Minshew, pretty good day as the Cardinals beat the Raiders. 14 out of 16, 101 yards, 2 touchdowns. But everybody's talking not about Minshew. Everybody's talking about Fernando Mendoza, who threw a touchdown and looked really sharp in his NFL preseason debut. And Chargers beat the Texans 27-17, and the Titans beat the San Francisco 49ers 19-13. We do have 3 games today, including the Denver Broncos, and you're home for Denver Bronco football right here on the Fan Sports Network. And we'll talk a little more Bronco football as we get closer and closer to the season. I know there's a lot of Bronco fans in the Southern Utah area. It's kind of it's hard for NFL because Yeah, Raiders, Broncos, you know, a
Yeah.
lot of Niner fans. You know, I'm a Seahawks fan.
Seahawks, yeah.
Paulie's a Commander. I mean, you can live in St. George and cheer for anybody, right?
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
right.
But Broncos, we will have that game, not quite in its entirety, but we will get you all of the first half, I believe, today, from 5 till about 6:30 when we come on the air for our high school football. I want to give you a little taste of that. I think, you know, probably that's the most meaningful part of a preseason game is the first half. You might get a drive or
See a little bit
for
from
Bo
Bo
Nix,
Nix, yeah.
and then you'll see, you know, a lot of the other guys get in there and get the camp battles, and coaches want to see a lot of the guys trying to make a roster play. So Broncos Falcons first half will be here on the Fan Sports Network until we start our high school football coverage at 6:30 tonight. Bucks are at the Jets tonight, and Dolphins are at the Commanders.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then
Forgot about that.
bunch more games tomorrow, including 6 o'clock on NFL Network. Cowboys at Seahawks. So I will be paying close attention to the camp battles there for the Seahawks playing the Cowboys up there at Lumen Field. Panthers, Bills, Browns, Bears, Vikings, Giants, Rams, Chiefs, Jags versus Saints, Eagles, Ravens. Other matchups on Saturday to officially get the preseason. Only a 3 week slate of preseason
3 weeks. I like that.
NFL football. To golf, we are FedEx Cup playoffs. We're getting closer and closer to October and the Black Desert Championship. That'll be a lot of fun here in St. George. Of course, your guy Michael Brennan trying to defend the title. Just won. Again on the PGA Tour, his second win. His first was here in St. George at Black Desert. Right now, they're out on the course. Sung J M, the Sunman, leading by 2. He is 8 under par. He shot 66 yesterday. He's already 4 under through 7 holes this morning.
Like when he goes low.
Yep. Jake Knapp is in second at 6 under. Chris Goddard, Minwoo Lee, Michael Thornby Olsen, some of the guys sitting there at 5 under. So is Jordan Spieth, Kurt Kitayama, and Michael Kim. So
Interesting.
Xander Schauffele's at 3 under. And Scotty Scheffler shot 2 under today. He'll tee off about 10:30 this morning as they'll trim it all the way to the FedEx Cup Championship, and we will big purses the next couple weeks in golf. 3 weeks, playoffs, a lot of money on the line. Unfortunately, no Utah golfers made the field. Just the top 70. So yeah, they're out at the FedEx St. Jude Championship, the TPC Southwind in Memphis right now. Those are some of your headlines. We'll take a break. When we come back, we're going to get you juiced up for a Football Friday. If you missed any of our Media Day coverage of the Snow Canyon Warriors, we'll get a taste of that coming your way right after this timeout. It is the Drive Show today, brought to you by Game Day Men's Health. They make it easy for guys, man cave environment, care about your health, want to help you look and feel your best with their testosterone free tests. You get your results back in 15 minutes. So if you go over to GameDayMen'sHealth.com, you can give them a call or text over there and check it out. They also do sexual performance products, peptides, weight loss designed to really help you lose weight, customized just for you. You'll find it all at Game Day Men's Health. Reclaim your game. Back with some Media Day coverage, getting you ready for Friday night football under the lights on the Fan Sports Network. Media Day coverage at Texas Roadhouse continues, getting geared up. We are closing down. The countdown is on at the start of the season, and we're excited to introduce a new thing we're doing this year, the Pep Rally Pit Stops here at Texas Roadhouse. We're going to have a night for each school in the region. We're going to raise some money for them. We're going to have some fun. We're going to have some music. We're going to be live that night. We're going to be playing the show inside Texas Roadhouse, September 30th. Mark your calendars, Warrior Nation. That'll be the night you'll want to come to Texas Roadhouse. Also appreciate Finley Subaru. They're teaming up with us. We're going to be giving away rally towels to students and helping raise some money. But let's talk some football. That's what we are here to do. And first-year head coach Zach Tautioli is joining us now. And, Coach, first time to me today. What I always like to do is have you tell us a little bit about how you got the job, and then give us an overall preview for the Warriors this year, who's shining in camp, and who you're really excited about playing for you this year.
How I got the job. Just had a good opportunity to be able to work some of the stuff in the off season going in. And Mike and Tim allowing for me to kind of do a little bit more on the coordinating side, enough that they liked it. And then speaking with Kyle, just the stars aligned, so it kind of just worked. It meshed, and our principal is really good about building every decision what's best for the kids in his opinion. So then however that is, we ride with it. So that's kind of how it works. We're excited though. We're big boys up front. And it's probably one of the first times in Snow Canyon where the past few years where they've had like a line that is just set forward, downhill, get in your face, physical. And so practices are really fun, me in my time coaching, I'm usually used to defensive stuff. Like, we're usually aggressive. We're in somebody's face. Parker will be the first person to remind you that they score quite a bit. Like it's a battle, and it makes it super fun. So there's a lot of depth. We got a lot of good returning talent with wide receivers, with running backs, there's a lot of experience coming back on the offensive end. So yeah, we're excited.
And that's big, right? Like, you're not walking into a rebuild. You guys went 6-4. You won some region games last year. I mean, you went to the playoffs. So that's got to be nice knowing the cupboard wasn't bare coming in.
Yeah, it was beautiful. And that 2025 class did a real good job of putting together like hey, we're just going to do some things different from here on out, and so these boys basically took that thing, like we told them this morning, they basically took the keys to the car and they're driving it, man. Like this is their thing to go. And, there's 80 something kids deep. All of them really bought in on it. So it's exciting, man. It's really exciting.
Coach, you talk about your offensive line being primed to be good in the running game, big bodies up front, but you've also got 12 returning touchdowns between Brett and Isaiah, and you've got your Parker Olson, your quarterback, who had 26 total touchdowns last year returning. That's a lot of offensive production coming back for you. You've got to be excited about that.
Oh, yeah, we're hyped. We're excited. And if you know Cody Johnson, our OC, pretty well, that guy is just as aggressive as I would be on the defensive side calling the ball. So when it's run plays, we're moving downhill and we're trying to get people to honor us in the box. When we're passing, we're trying to, like Morgan Scally says, we're trying to rip your face off, Like I don't think I've seen a lot of, like in my time coaching, and it's a small stint, but in my time coaching, I don't think I've seen this many in depth of wide receivers that really understand technique, how to get to like getting off on a stem, stacking people, learning how to basically kind of maneuver things to fit off the route, and then you got a quarterback like Parker he's going to find the opening before the thing hits. And so practices have been, I said in the last interview, but it's like football heaven. I get to go on the offensive side and kind of watch some things and just feel like stand back and watch like, oh, that was sick, man, and then on the defensive end, do the same thing, like good sack, I wonder what it's like for them. They're like, are you going to pick a side every once in a while, but it's fun, man. It's definitely fun.
Talk to me real quickly before we get to the guys. We'll bring in the players in just a second. Snow Canyon with us here during our media day coverage. Do you like the way the schedule lays out this year, the preseason games? You start, and we'll have this game for you next Friday night, August 14th, Snow Canyon hosting Spanish Fork.
Yeah, we really love our schedule this year, mostly just for the part of having 6 home games. You know,
A lot of teams have 4. You got
yeah.
6.
Yeah, we have 6 home games, so it shook out like perfectly for us. And so the community is just as hyped up as the kids are. There's been a lot more movement as of late towards like, hey, what can we do to help? What can we do to pitch in? And there's a lot of people randomly asking questions about, well, how are we going to pay for tickets today? And I'm like, I don't know. Like, that's Darren's job. That's our AD's job, you know, like we just get the team on the field and we go and we play, you know, but there's a lot of excitement, you know, and so the home games, we love them. When we're on the road, you know, those are going to be challenging games. Cedar, you know, Ty Hyatt does an incredible job with culture, you know, and he's built a really, really strong culture up there. And so we were super excited to basically add them to the schedule. That'll help our boys get better, you know. Even Spanish Fork is going to be a tough one at home, you know, and Woods Cross, they're freaking physical, man. And Brody Benson's been in the game for a really long time. I'm from Salt Lake. Half of my family went to Highland. So Brody's the guy, man. When you gotta get ready to play, you gotta play, you know. But our away games of going to Pineview, going to Crimson, those are gonna be tough games to play. But we're excited, man. We're Warriors at home, then we're on the road, we're road warriors. So, you know, that's kind of the way we are.
We'll circle back to Coach for some more questions. Well, let's bring in the players the coach has brought to represent the rest of the team. Let's start. We've got, by the way, Jalen Felipe, Miles Randolph. We've got Brody Lounsbury, Parker Olson, and then Brett Beathers. So we'll talk to all of them. Let's start with you for a second, Jalen. And man, you look, what, 285, 290? What are you weighing in at right now? You look strong.
Currently 275.
Okay, I was close. I was in the ballpark. And are you the strongest guy on the team, or is there guys that can actually handle their business even more so than you can?
I'd say I'm one of the strongest.
Okay. All right. How's Parker looking back there? You protecting him?
Oh, yeah, definitely. We got a lot of big people on the team. We've been in the weight room since January, and we're just ready to protect him.
And Jalen, your coach talks about how you guys are going to be able to run the football. You got some big bodies. Is that something you like doing more than pass blocking, or do you like to protect Parker?
We like to do running more. Yeah, just physicality. More physical. Yeah.
Are you going both ways?
Yeah, I am.
How's the conditioning? It's been hot.
It's good. Yeah, it's just gotta. Well, me and my friends are conditioning more, so we can both play. Yeah.
You ready for 2-a-days to be done?
Yeah.
Pass the mic over to Miles. Are you going both ways, wide receiver and DB? Where you see a little bit on both sides of the ball?
Yeah.
Yeah, your conditioning probably a little quicker than him, but I don't think you can out bench press this guy.
No.
What's
no
the
way.
max on the bench, Miles?
I don't know, probably like 200 almost.
Okay,
Something
that's
like
more than
that.
Paulie can do. Yeah. What's your goals for the season?
Just hopefully don't get burnt deep and catch some football, score some touchdowns. Yeah.
Who's further along in practice right now? A lot of times early in camp, the defense kind of rules supreme, but then the offense catches up. On a given day, is it pretty even right now, or is
Honestly,
one side further ahead?
I feel like Cody's been he's putting in that offense really good, and I think our offense is more ahead. Honestly, yeah, and yeah.
Oh yeah.
Our offense is pretty good.
I love it. Get that strobe light going out there. What's it like when that strobe light goes off after you score a touchdown at home? Does that make you want to do a backflip or something?
I don't know. The emotions go crazy, you know. It just goes through your body. I don't know.
Who's your favorite player to watch on Saturdays or Sundays? You emulate anybody?
I used to like Julian Edelman. That was my favorite player. She was like smaller guy, and he was really good. So
good guy. Good guy to emulate. Move down to Mr. Lounsbury. You've been playing meaningful reps your whole career at Snow Canyon, and now you're an upperclassman, right? And you've been quarterback, you've played backer, you've played all over the place. Running back is where I think I'm going to see you this year, right?
Yeah, mostly.
Are you the Taysom Hill of the Snow Canyon Warriors? Are you the Swiss Army knife?
I'll play anywhere they want me to.
Are you better already than your pops was?
Yeah, sure.
What about if I asked him that? What would he say?
I don't know. if he's being honest, he would probably say me. I don't know. He would probably say no, though.
There's going to be a topic at dinner tonight at the Lounsbury household that
Maybe
might
in the
go till
doghouse.
midnight.
Yeah.
You've heard the stories, right?
Yeah. A
Because
few.
he played at SC. I remember him just a little bit, and I know he was really good.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good stuff. Who do you emulate? If there's a running back that you like to watch and maybe try to emulate, who is it?
I'd probably say Christian McCaffrey, because he can run the ball and he's a receiver too type running back. So yeah.
And Brody, that was one of the best things about you last year offensively was in the slot, out wide. You have such good hands. And are you going to be utilized a lot out of the backfield this year? Are you going to try and catch a lot of passes from the running back position?
Yeah, I think so. I think Cody's just good with knowing what he's going to do and utilizing all of us and our strengths. And yeah.
Do you have a nickname
Uh,
that you can share with us on TV or radio?
no, I don't got no nickname.
What is it? Run CMC? I'm trying to think here. We're going to come during a Snow Canyon broadcast. The word wizard here and I will come up with a nickname for you at some point this season. That's a guarantee.
I'll look forward to it.
What goals you got this year? Any personal goals? I know team goals come first, and you win as a team, you lose as a team. But is there some things you've set for yourself?
Yeah, I actually just set some goals and sent them over to Cody, and yeah, I want to have 200 rushing yards our first game against Spanish Fork. That's something I'm looking forward to. Try to get that, and then
You gonna let Parker eat a little?
every once in a while I'll let him have a taste. No, and yeah, just get the team going, get the team winning, whatever I can do.
Who's the loudest at practice right now on the offense? Is it Parker, or is there somebody else that's kind of a rah-rah guy?
I don't know. It's probably mixed. I would say maybe Parker. Yeah, I don't know.
Who's
All
the
over.
quietest? Who never talks? And you're like, does he speak? It could be on the entire team.
Probably Liam Morales. He's one of our linemen. He's just a super quiet guy, but a super big boy.
Love it.
Yeah.
Love it. Brody, have a good season, buddy. Let's
Thank you.
pass the
Appreciate
mic
it.
over to Parker. Paul, you want the first question for QB1 here?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, Parker, obviously you've got some really nice guys returning in Brett and Miles and Isaiah. You've got a lot of receivers you can fling the ball to. How has the early practices and progression been with that group?
Yeah, no, it's super good because we have good chemistry. I was out there in the offseason a ton just with all of these guys, getting ready, throwing, working on our timing and all of that. And we have tons of depth too. So we're able to just, if one guy goes down, it's next guy up. And for sure we're able to, anywhere I want to go, there's always somebody that's going to be open and a receiver that's talented and going to beat his guy.
You come from a football family. I don't know a lot about you. I look forward to getting to know you a little bit. But tell me about your upbringing. When did you start playing? Dad play in the NFL or something? I don't know. You related to Merlin Olsen? I don't know.
Merlin Olsen, I can't remember. I'm related to him somehow, I'm pretty sure, but it's like a
I was
great
half joking, but he might be.
No, like a great cousin uncle or something. My grandpa Mel Olsen, he played at center at BYU, and then he coached there for 25 years too, with the Vel. And then my dad, he played at Mountain View actually, and then Rick's College for a year, and he played right tackle, and my other uncle played center too. So I come from an offensive lineman. Even I played offensive line in 7th grade. I played right tackle. So yeah.
Those offensive line days are long gone. As last year, 16 passing touchdowns, 10 on the ground. Which do you prefer? Do you like to run it up in there, take on contact, get a rushing touchdown, or do you like to hit one of your guys wide open and let them run in for 6?
I mean, both are just the best feelings, but there's nothing better than running through contact and just you getting that ball into the end zone. So that for sure, but I don't know. I don't think I prefer one or the other, just as long as it's one of them.
This is a tricky question, but you seem like you're up for the challenge. What's one thing no one knows? No, not one teammate knows about Parker Olsen. Like maybe you're a secret Taylor Swift fan. I don't know. You could go anywhere with this question.
Let's see. I would say I like Olivia Rodrigo.
I mean, she's only got like 5 hits on the top 20 Billboard right now. Which one's your favorite? Drop Dead?
No, probably like Traders.
Trade? I love it. Parker Olson, everybody. He'll crank some Olivia tonight and get ready for the start of the season. Let's meet Brett before we run out of time. Brett's over there like, waiting his turn. We're making him nervous. Let's get him the microphone. And how we feeling over there, bud?
Feeling good.
Snow Canyon going to shock some people this year?
I think so. Mainly because our new coaching staff, I'm really confident in them, and we have a lot of returning starters. So I think I think we'll be good this season.
You come from a football family. Your brother played for Snow Canyon. How many family members have been through Snow Canyon High School?
3 ahead of me.
3 ahead of you.
Yeah, and then I got one little brother that is gonna be better than me.
So you got to kind of carry on the tradition and then set the example a little bit for little bro.
Yeah, I mean Ryan, my older brother, graduated in 2020, and he kind of showed me the ropes. And yeah, hopefully just carry it on with Drew, my little brother.
Brett, 6 touchdowns a year ago, some long, some short. What's your best route that you run?
I'd say probably corner post.
There you go.
Yeah.
Stick that foot and stick it back the other way. Let's go.
That's my favorite route.
Hey, what's one thing your fall camp's a grind, right? It's hot. What's one thing Coach T here has said over and over again? It's like a broken record. I'm just curious. What's his saying at practice been in fall camp this year?
Well,
maybe specifically at you, if you run the post corner and you run at the wrong depth or something.
He brought us seniors aside and he really asked us like what we want this season, and I think that kind of stuck with me because like last season was good, but we went out the wrong way and we could have done things a lot better. And I think that he was just kind of like trying to drill in our minds, like looking at the future, like what we want. And that kind of carried over to me this past 2 weeks.
So he's coming with fresh words. He's not boring you with the same old cliche stuff.
Mm-mm.
I love that. He must have studied in high school and college. He must have been in the classroom.
Yeah.
Married up. Coach, final quick thought. And we're over time here, but after hearing the guys, good group of guys, you got to be pumped up.
Yeah. Pumped up is, we were joking earlier before, we're raring to go. But you can't ask for a better group of kids, not just in what they do in performance on the field, and kind of the way that they treat the game, but then also how they treat, what they do off the field. One of the words that we've been using lately is kind of like a burden, in like the American culture tends to have like a depressing vibe to it. In Tongan culture, burden's like, that's the mantle you carry that you're like proud of. We were talking about this just the other day. Brody has a little brother that sometimes shows up with shoulder pads and a helmet, and that kid's going to be watching and remembering, like, dude, when I was growing up, I'd go to my brother's high school practices, watch these kids, like these warriors go to battle, and they carried, Snow Canyon, like that title was honorable to them. It's not a thing that they're depressed about. This is something that they're excited about, and that beyond anything on the field, of course, we're excited with hit, whether it's personal goals, team goals, go out and basically just battle somebody other than ourselves. But more importantly than that is these kids, when they come off the field, they're gold standard. Back to the old touch gold, like they're gold standard young men. I really couldn't ask for a better situation. Again, like you said, it's not a rebuild. It's actually the opposite. It's kind of like a don't screw it up.
Pressure on you,
yeah.
A little pressure
That's
on
all right,
Coach
man.
T.
Shoot, we'll figure it out. I guess I don't know. We tend to have a lot of fun, figuring things out on the go anyway. So we're a good planning team. So we'll get it done. We're just ready to brawl at this point.
And we will have that first brawl next Friday night live on the Fan Sports Network. Paul, you and Kate are going to be over there for that game against Spanish Fork. And then Snow Canyon, mark your calendar, September 30th here at Texas Roadhouse. A portion from open to close will go right to the Snow Canyon Warriors. So don't miss that. We'll have Coach back that night as well as some of the other coaches at Snow Canyon. Coach, thanks for coming in. Guys,
appreciate it.
have a season. We'll see you a lot out on the football field. We got to get to a timeout. We'll be right back as our Media Day coverage continues.
It's just a game.
Football Friday. Who's excited? I'm excited.
I'm excited.
We're all excited. Devin, Paul, Tara. It's The Drive on the Fan Sports Network. We got you for about 25 more minutes here of showtime. I wish we had a third hour today because I wanted to cover a lot more stuff. So let's move quickly. We wanted to do some college football chatter for a second. Paulie's kind of put some fun things together with a start 'em, bench them, or cut them type scenario. So we'll do that. And then we'll finish up. You just heard from Snow Canyon. We'll have that game for you tonight. That was our Media Day coverage. Coach T and the Warriors ready to go. 6 home games, starting with Spanish Fork. Watch it tonight on the Fan Sports Network YouTube page, KSLSports.com. The other game we'll be bringing you as the Boulevard home game of the week will be Lone Peak at Crimson. I'll be over there anchoring the coverage in that one. All fired up. It is a dark, dreary day. We got a ton of rain overnight. I am hoping we do not get lightning. I can deal with the rain all night long.
Yeah.
We can play in the rain. We can't play in the lightning.
Right.
And so I'm just hoping the lightning boomers stay away between about 7 and 10 o'clock tonight.
Yeah.
Because every time there's a lightning strike within 7 miles, you got to start that 30-minute clock.
Yeah.
And you got to wait and you wait and you wait. And that becomes a broadcasting nightmare. The nice thing is we have 2 games across town. It could be, no lightning here and lightning there. So we could be bouncing back and forth. But Rain, you're fine. Stay. We need you. Lightning, go out on the Arizona Strip and lightning away.
Exactly.
I like
Stay
that. Lightning
10 miles away from everybody.
I think is it 25 miles?
I think it's within 10 miles.
Oh, it's within 10.
It's officially 7.
Oh, 7?
That's what I said just a couple seconds ago.
Oh.
Yeah, that's why I was like, stay 10 miles away.
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah. Paulie, all of a sudden, isn't it 25?
I'm preparing for the
know.
college football.
There's
Start bench
lightning
cut.
in Vegas, and we have a lightning delay.
Yeah, I can tell. All right, let's get to that. It's brought to you today by our friends at Zag, protect your phone better, and our friends at Prime IV. We love Prime IV. Get on down there, fuel the weekend with one of their super powerful drips. Sit back in their massaging chairs. Check out their membership options. They got $600 in added value if you sign up to be a member this month, now that the kids are officially back to school. All right, let's have some fun. Paulie, where are we going with first?
All right, let's go with the top contenders for the Heisman Trophy this season. That is Texas quarterback Arch Manning, Ohio State Buckeye Julian Sand, and Oregon Duck Dante Moore. Start bench cut, Arch, Julian, and Dante.
Wow. I will start Dante.
What?
I will... oh, my gosh. I can't believe I'm cutting one of these guys.
Right.
That's the exercise.
this is hard,
I will
but-
start Dante in Oregon. I will bench Arch, and I will cut Sand.
Ooh,
That's tough, though.
that's my starter.
Well, you could, it wouldn't surprise me. You could go any different direction.
Okay.
Yeah, this one's tough, but
right.
I mean, I would actually still start Arch. Bench. I would bench Dante and cut Julian Sand.
Jeez, you're both cutting Julian.
Yeah.
I mean,
All
it's,
right.
it's tough.
Yeah, I'll go start Julian, bench Dante, cut Arch.
There's no right or
So
wrong.
the preface here, are we just going based off of last year's stats? Or are we going like projecting?
I know.
projecting.
I know. I know. Cutting Julian Sand will get people going. I mean, it's he had an outstanding 2025. He completed 77% of his passes.
Also
was
got
best,
the best
yeah.
receiver in the country.
Yeah, Jeremiah Smith. Yeah, I mean, if you told me that he ends up this season being the best quarterback in the entire country, I would not be shocked.
And you're cutting him.
But Dante Moore's my guy.
I think Arch has a huge upside, though.
Yeah,
He's gotten better and better, and so I'm not cutting him out.
I mean, I could cut Arch, but he has the highest NFL upside of the 3, I think.
He does. Phil still had him as his number 1 for the Heisman.
Yeah, so I mean, he's projected to be the 2027 number 1 pick. So that is a brutally tough exercise, Paulie.
Yeah. Well,
But yeah, I'm starting Dante Moore, Oregon. I'm benching Arch Manning, and I guess unfortunately I'm cutting Sand, and I can't believe I'm saying it.
all right. Yeah, that's a dicey one there. I
Kind of
don't
a
agree
jerk.
with either of you.
Can't
but
believe I'm.
Well, I can't
saying
believe
I'm
you
cutting
threw those
Sand.
3 guys in the exercise. It's your
Well,
fault.
it's the top 3 Heisman. But yeah, it's brutal.
part of it.
It's brutal.
Part of
Well, then
make-
why are you getting mad at us? Because they're all
Not
unbelievable
mad.
players.
I don't agree. I said I don't agree with your list, but it's all right. We'll go to the Big 12.
We know
now.
you don't believe in Arch. You've
Yeah,
made
we
that
already know
very
that.
well known over the course of
Yes.
the last 2 years.
Correct.
So I believe in Arch.
I do
Okay.
too.
I think he's got the highest NFL upside.
I do too.
All
Yeah.
right. Well,
But
that's
if I'm
not
picking
numbers between
if-
the white lines
But
on
if I'm
Saturdays.
picking one quarterback to win me games today, I'm taking Moore. And I probably should take Sand just because he's more proven than Manning.
Won more
Is that-
games than Arch last year.
so
Saying did.
That is
But
debatable.
we're not going off of last year. We're projecting.
I know.
Remember?
I'm projecting another great season for him. So,
Yeah.
and they will beat Texas at Texas week 2.
No.
Ohio State, mark it down.
I don't think so. I think Texas is the real deal this year.
All right. They're 0-1 against them in the game last year. So let's see how they do this year. The defense ate that Arch kid alive last year.
It's not the same though this year.
Do you not believe in Texas football this year? They are loaded, dude.
Not a big Texas
They
guy.
are loaded.
Not a big believer.
Look, I believe in Ohio State.
Yeah.
Best team in the country.
I believe in Texas. just as equally as much. That is going to be an unbelievable game.
It will be a good game.
Unbelievable.
I got Ohio State and the Buckeyes. Let's go to the Big 12. And the 3 quarterbacks will be 2 Utah guys and 1 AZ gunslinger. Bear Bachmeier, Noah Fafita, or Devin Dampier. Start, bench, cut.
Noah Fafita.
I would start him.
Okay, go ahead, Tara.
Oh.
Who was the third? Bachmeier, Fafita, or who?
And Devin Dampier.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I would start Noah, and then I would... Ooh, this is so hard. I would probably bench Devin Dampier and then cut Bachmeier. That's so mean. I know. Why did I just say that?
I would actually start Dampier,
Really?
bench Fafita, and cut Bear.
Yeah, and I would start Devin Dampier as well. I agree
Okay.
with you there. He's my guy out of the 3 here. ESPN's preseason Big 12 quarterback had him number 1, if I'm not mistaken. He's got combination of experience and big playability. He's a
34
dual threat
total
guy.
touchdowns, played hurt
Yeah.
last year. Expect
Yeah.
huge things.
Behind him, though, do I cut Fafita or do I bench Fafita?
It's kind of if you believe Bear makes the jump in year 2 as a passer,
I
only
mean, he had
15
the-
touchdowns last year.
This is very close. Bear was phenomenal considering he was a true freshman.
He
Correct.
had, like, the most rushing touchdowns
11
out of
rushing
the 3,
touchdowns.
He
Yes.
did.
And
Yeah.
then he has the better, pass completion percentage.
Well, the thing I look at it too is he led BYU to 12 wins
Yeah, he was very
as a
good.
freshman. Okay.
Yeah.
So
Utah
I think I
111, Arizona 110. All 3 of these teams are good last year.
Yeah, I think
Sure,
I think based on the win total, I think I bench Bachmeier and I cut Fafita. This almost feels unfair because I really like Fafita. I mean, he might be the best pure passer of the 3,
Yeah.
without a doubt.
Yes.
Yeah, 29.
But if I'm picking one quarterback to win games and I'm projecting last year into this year, I love Dampier's dual threat ability the most and Bachmeier's efficiency. He's the toughest of the 3, I think. So I think that's the way I got to go, unfortunately, for Noah Fafita, because I love that guy.
All right, let's go one more here because we're kind of tight on time. Let's go with the SEC quarterbacks. Trinidad Chambliss, Sam Levitt, the transfer from Arizona State to LSU, and Phil Steele's guy, Gunnar Stockton.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll go first. You go first.
I think I will start Trinidad.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay. I'm riding a hot hand. He threw for almost 4,000 yards, a bunch of touchdowns, doesn't turn it over.
Right.
I'm benching Stockton, and I'm cutting Levitt.
Same.
I think this one's the only one that we're all the same on.
Yeah.
I agree with that one. Levitt was good last year, but sat out a ton of games, kind of that holdout situation. I didn't love that.
Again, I'm looking at it, who helps their team the most, who's proven the most, and is poised for a really big year.
Yeah.
But if we're talking NFL upside, I could actually flip it and go Levitt, Chambliss, and then cut Stockton. But I'm talking we're talking college production.
Between the
I
white
think
lines
Stockton's
on
going to have a
Saturday.
big year.
I think so too. I think all these guys could.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Maybe one last quick one.
I mean, Levitt's talented, and it's going to be interesting to see what Lane Kiffin can do with him. It's a fascinating change of
It
scenery.
is. It's a good change for Levitt. I think he's going to have.
Maybe
a big
he should
year.
put on number 5.
Yeah,
Will Jaden Daniels send him a cease and desist?
maybe.
Maybe. All right, one more quick one.
Everybody wearing 5 gets a cease and desist.
That's right. You're not allowed to wear it. It's one number guy now. All right. CJ Carr, Darian Menza, John Mateer.
You know I love John
I
Mateer.
know you're a Mateer guy. Menza's
I
my
love
guy.
Mateer.
Menza's my Heisman winner, so I'm starting Menza. Bench and Mateer, and CJ Carr's been talked about for Heisman's. I mean, I don't see it. Notre Dame's gonna have a good year, not a great year. I think they'll make the playoff because of their new pansy rule that they got approved, where if they win 10 games, they're in.
Yeah.
I'm not as high on Menza as you are.
He'll
I
have to
love
skip the
Menza.
Pop-Tart Bowl this year.
Yeah. I love Menza. Menza start, bench, Mateer, cut, CJ Carr.
You just sound like Anchorman. I love Menza. I love Lamp. I love Lamp.
Yeah, I'm starting Mateer. I'm taking the upside. I mean, he was hurt. He played hurt last year, but he's a dual threat guy.
He was in the Heisman talks before the injury.
Yep. And we saw what he did in 2024 at Wazoo, where he was ridiculous,
Yeah.
and he had like 4,000 total yards rushing and passing and 44 touchdowns.
He was
I mean,
insane.
he still led Oklahoma to the college football playoffs,
And won a
even
game.
with the hand
Or no,
injury.
they lose. They lost to Alabama. They had a big lead in that game.
I think I start Mateer. I think I bench Menza, and I would cut Carr.
Cut. All right.
I mean, Notre Dame quarterback, though. A lot of people like Notre Dame.
A lot
to
of
win the
no
title.
love,
A
know
lot
your
of people love
boy,
him.
Price.
I
None of
still
those
think they're
running backs.
pansies. Skipping out on the Pop-Tart Bowl just because
Carr
they didn't
might
get
be
in.
again out of those three,
Top
the first one
prospect
drafted in the NFL.
I
yes.
understand. But
Yeah.
Menza and Mateer will
I
have
like
better
Menza
years.
better.
They'll have better years. I agree.
All right, good
I would
stuff.
start Menza, bench Mateer, and cut Carr.
Yes.
I mean, again, all these are very difficult. There's no right or wrong.
That's right.
You pull 100 people and you get a ton of different answers.
That's right.
All right, we got to take a break. We'll come back. We'll get you ready for Friday Night Football. Yeah, buddy. It's the final segment on a Football Friday when we return. Hey, never sold out. Always FREEE, free to listen. Final segment for us, taking you up to the 9 o'clock hour. Then we get you over to Westwood One programming later on today. Jim Rome Show, all the good stuff here on the Fan lineup. 5 o'clock. Programming note, we'll get you at least the first half of the Denver Broncos game. I think coverage starts at 4. I think a lot of pre-games for you Bronco fans out there. You're home for the Broncos. As well as Thursday night football, Sunday games, and Monday night football. We're going to have it all for you here on the Fan Sports Network this year as we are now a Westwood One affiliate. We got, of course, high school football, though, is front and center tonight.
Yeah.
2 things to watch for each team. 2 things, Paulie, Tara, maybe one each or something. I know we don't have a lot of time here, but Ridgefield Dixie, I think the number one thing to watch for the Flyers is the sophomore quarterback, Muhlestein. How does he look? We saw him in the second half. We were all up there in the Highland game.
Yeah.
In the postseason where he came in the second half and scrambled around and made a few plays. And so I'm really interested to see how this sophomore does in his first ever career start as a Flyer quarterback.
Yeah, I was kind of compiling on that point is that the major Achilles heel for Dixie last year was the offense. I mean, the defense played pretty well in stretches. I mean, they were just on the field so much. So,
but they've lost Berzay, they've lost Malafaux, they've lost Virgin.
They've lost
a lot of players.
I understand, but I still think if the unit plays more cohesive as a group on offense.
And that starts with the offensive line.
It does. And Coach Liebert is an offensive lineman, played at the college level. He used to coach it for Munkers. Like, you could tell that last year's offensive line, he wants better this year.
Well, he was working with the offensive line when Misi Tupe was on the defensive side of the ball, and now they are reunited at Dixie High School. And Coach admitted, hey, big shoes to fill last year, taking over for a legend in Blaine Munkers, who actually is now the quarterback's coach at Utah Tech and didn't retire for very long, did he? No. He's out there helping out with Coach Stevens and Coach Lance Anderson over there. I didn't get a chance to say hi to Coach yesterday. Dang it. All right, the other games, 2 things to watch for. Let's go to Pineview on the road at Manti. Won in a shootout last year against the Templars.
I think this one, again, defense, opposite of Dixie. Defense was the problem for Pineview last year. Got to be better tackling. I hope that the group doesn't allow as many missed tackles, long, explosive plays, because the book on Pineview last year is they could score with anybody. They had a video game offense, but at times the defense was just not ready to go. So I think with new head coach
and
new program.
Haas is the DC usually as well, so that changes
there'll be a level of more. I think there'll be a level of readiness that wasn't there sometimes last year. I think they'll come out of the gate quarter 1 ready to play.
They're going to be starting a couple freshmen. They're going to be really young
for sure.
Young youth movement comes to mind for Pineview.
Yeah.
All right, Lone Peak Crimson. 2 big things to watch for in that game tonight.
This is a game where you're playing up a couple classes, so you got to be ready to again start from the beginning. From the first quarter, from the first kickoff, got to be ready to play because Lone Peak's got a lot of talent. So I think readiness to go from the first whistle for Crimson. If they could score the first touchdown this game, I just feel like that'd be monumental to get the momentum rolling their way. Because Lone Peak's offense, even though they lose the Puller brothers, it's a finely tuned machine. Cruz Christensen played quite a bit last year. He's going to be the full-time starter this year. We heard that from Trevor Allen. I think that this game, Crimson's got to control the first quarter. They got to get on the board early.
Yeah, I agree. Freshman running back could get the nod tonight for Coach Wayne Alofapo. We know about Tanawai Andresen and the experience they have coming back at quarterback. 6'4", looked the part. He's a next level kid, a dual threat guy that can run it. He's really spent a lot of time in the weight room, getting stronger in the offseason as well.
And the dynamic with Crimson, Barbin left, and then Ryder Sherritt came in
1 year,
and won him a state championship.
Yeah.
The thing is, replacing players, sometimes really good players are waiting in the wings to go. So, that's the thing is, we're going to find out a lot about Crimson. I called this in the Friday Night Spotlight a huge measuring stick game for them.
Desert Hills at Hillcrest. Desert Hills big favorites on the road against the Huskies.
Yeah, I kind of ID'd this wrong in the Perry's Power Guide. I thought it'd be a little tighter, but this is kind of a tune-up game for the Desert Hills Thunder. I mean, this is a lower classification, opposite of Crimson. You got to see them hang some points. I think this should be kind of a boat race game. Get out in front, keep scoring, get the vibes, energy high for the next game.
This could be like a 200-yard performance for Seth Brown. Remember that name. He's a good back, and they moved Andreessen to receiver to get him the ball in open space because Brown is a very capable runner.
Dream scenario for Coach Baldery and the Desert Hills Thunder is that this is Alabama Citadel.
Yeah.
You want some kind of big margin, and you want to show that your offense can compete this year, which it didn't really do much of last year.
Hurricane Virgin Valley, couple things to watch for. They beat up on the Bulldogs last year. It was at 27-0, I think the score was last year.
My dark horse for the Region 9 MVP, Cannon Cowan, quarterback safety, goes both ways. I am really intrigued to see how he throws the ball. We kind of alluded to that in the first hour. Not a lot of throws that we've seen. So let's see how he can fling it. Let's see the receiving core. We know the running game is going to be good, but I think the big variable.
RJ Allred is a bulldozer.
Yeah, bulldozer. They had so many guys, McRoberts, Trump, Clyde, that they just churn out guys that can run the football. But can Cowan direct the ball downfield?
All right, two things you're excited to watch for. This is the game you will be at. You and Tara both with Caden will be Snow Canyon and Spanish Fork. What are you excited to see from the Warriors?
This is the one I expect another kind of. The offense has a lot of pieces back, so hang some points up, have a good game. Offensively with Isaiah, Brett Beathers, Parker Olson, they've got Lounsbury. I mean, this is a huge complement of skill players, and they should be a turnkey operation offensively. They should be ready to go from the first drive.
All right, there you go. Friday Night Football is back. You better believe we'll have our Region 9 recap. You can watch that over the weekend. We'll have a bunch to react to on Monday's show as well. As it is back. Doubleheader tonight. Again, 2 games. We'll be starting our coverage with the Broncos, and then we'll be cutting to high school pregame at 6:30 tonight. 6:30 tonight. Links are all up at the Fan Sports Network. Make sure and subscribe to our YouTube page as well. Thanks to Zag, Coral Canyon, Game Day Men's Health, our friends at Finley Hyundai, Prime IV, Jersey, Jimmy John's. Get those highlights coming and submit them on our website. It's been a fun show. We'll see you out at Friday night under the